Hello, hello, Leo. Welcome to your July 2019 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Leo. And I want to let you know, if you're wondering which decks I use, they're always listed in the description box. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I do more card pulls. I do all sorts of cool energetic tools on there. Go check me out at Onyx Healing. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications of when my readings pop back up. And I also have other fun stuff that I'll be talking about at the end as far as like meditations, my podcast, everything else that I have going. Otherwise, you can check out the description box. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get this thing started and then we can do this. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull these oracle cards. And while I do this, maybe check in with your situation, just feel into whatever it is that you're needing information-wise. Take a deep breath into the diaphragm, notice anything that's coming up for you. One more oracle card. Okay, so let's start with the truth bomb for you this month. Joy lives at the edge. So if you're staying comfortable or in things that basically contribute to complacency, then that's not really going to have you riding the edge. That's just going to keep you complacent. That's like stagnant water. So remember, you're going to want to push yourself a little bit this month. Try new things or new approaches. That's going to be a big help for many of you. So I highly recommend that. And then let's see what the animal card is for you. Starfish. Now, let's not forget that July, we have a Mercury retrograde this month. With that, I've been getting pretty consistently for the majority of the signs that it's slow. And so I think that the starfish is really reflecting that slower pace this month. Because think about how starfish move. Are they sprinting across the ocean floor? No, they move slower than molasses in January. And I think that's what's shining through here for you as well, is like that slower movement. So July is going to feel like you are kind of floundering a little bit. I don't think this is anything you need to worry about. It's something that you can capitalize on. And we're going to see how that works out this month. But this is reflecting the pace of July. And then we also have service. You stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. When you're able to come from a place of like genuinely wanting to be the best version of yourself or genuinely wanting to be of service, it's going to make you a magnet for more of those high quality experiences. So if you're going into something with a motive, it's going to make you a magnet for other people who have motives, right? So that's something that you're going to want to keep in mind this month. The central energy for you in July is the Tower. So burning things down, breaking down the old. It's like the old ways are not working. You need to revise and update. You've got to push yourself, you know, with whatever it is that's causing a lot of fear. You're going to have to push this month in that way. And then also it's kind of like there's going to probably be a lot that is revealed to you this month of like people that are not good for you, places and environments that are not good for you. Remember, this is a time to take inventory, and going slow is about like pivoting and allowing yourself to revise and look at what you've been doing and then what you've outgrown. So this is a big month of you're outgrowing things, and it might take a little bit of time for you to like see it clearly, but there's going to be a lot of stuff that simply doesn't work and doesn't stick. Part of it might have to do with your motive. Part of it might have to do with you're in the same cycle or the same pattern. It might have to do with something else, but the bottom line is that you're going to see a lot of things that are simply not for your highest good that you can then make decisions about moving forward. What you have shifting out is the 9 of Rods. Okay. So this is like a total change in direction. I'm getting that like this is the stairway to what you thought you want or what you thought you wanted. However, I'm getting that this is changing. Like what you want is evolving. It's probably you're realizing that you weren't actually going in a path that made sense for you. And this happens sometimes. Don't get hung up on something just because you invested a lot of time, effort, and energy into it. It's just like you need to shift gears, clean out the clutter, and then that's actually going to make your path easier than if you were like trying to go in a direction that simply didn't feel good. So I'm getting that your direction is changing this month, or your awareness around it is changing. The oncoming energy for you is the 10 of Pentacles. So this is where you really get to dip into building a foundation that actually makes sense, right? This is what you want on the other side. Now, I'm going to let each and every one of you know, because we're still dealing with free will. If you want to stay complacent, you're welcome to. There's no, like, if there's a relationship that isn't working, that you have a lot of like dysfunctional counterparts that are kind of hooking into each other, and that cycle is continuing and continuing and continuing, you can stay there if you want. Right? You can stay there. I know people who stay there for decades and decades and decades, or like in a job that you hate, that you're trying to work up in, even though you hate it. You can do that. There's no reason why you can't. I'm just letting you know that on the other side of shifting out of that is all the good stuff. That's what this is reflecting to you. It's like the 10 of Pentacles is saying, hey, this is the potential if you actually let the dead weight go. If you let the crappy people go, if you let the crappy jobs go, if you position yourself in a way that makes sense for you at this point in your life, it's going to be a lot easier and a lot better. You have the ability to choose the hard or the easy road. That's kind of what what you get to do. So that's what this is reflecting. Now let's see what you need to know about the month of July. We have the 8 of Rods. So I think you're going to want to move a lot faster than what might make sense, right? You're going to want immediate results. You're going to want things to be a fast pace. You're going to want things to just work out immediately, which would be ideal. I'm going to clarify this, but I'm just getting that it's kind of like things are getting lined up and things are working out, especially as you're setting your intentions and then taking aligned action in that direction. We have the 7 of Pentacles. So you're going to have to cast a wide net. It's like there's still a lot of pieces that are coming into the picture. So again, your job is to like hold space for those pieces as things come together without overdoing it. Because the 8 of Rods is about fast pace and high speed. What I'm getting is it's just like there's a lot that you're not seeing that's still shadowed out. I'll explain why I'm reading it this way. All of these are totally shadowed out, and then there's just like one streak of color. And so I'm getting that there's like still information coming through this month. There's still a lot of insight that you're getting this month. It's not all of the details are totally hammered out. So that's why you might have to sacrifice your frustration around timing. I'm getting this pretty consistently for a lot of signs. So you're really going to have to exercise as much patience as you possibly can this month, just for your own sense of sanity. And then this is advice for you. Father of Wands, this is the King of Wands, this is your king as well. And I'm getting that it's like nothing that you want is off the table. It's not like you have to kiss your hopes and dreams goodbye and not get anything that you want. Of course, that's not the case. It's just that there needs to be some rearranging. That's why there's a discrepancy I'm getting between the direction that you're going or what you were working towards and what you actually want. And when those things are at odds with each other, they have a harder time sticking and manifesting. To clarify, I have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's the same thing as far as if you're serious about whatever it is that you want to make happen, then you're going to need to listen when things aren't working. When something is causing a bottleneck or something is really draining energetically, you're going to need to pull your energy away from that as much as you possibly can, if not altogether, so that you can actually build and construct what it is that is important to you. And only you get to decide that. So everyone's going to have their own experience with that, but just know that the strategy to actually making things happen faster is energetically pulling your energy away from things that are a waste. And there's a lot of energetic waste. Okay, so let's get into the timeline. First, second, third, and fourth quarter. That'll be where you end the month. The beginning of July, we have the Ace of Swords. So clear thinking, good ideas, inspiration, right? The Ace of Swords is like the aha card. So I'm getting that you kind of start out the month strong, like a really clear picture of what it is that you're going for and what it is that you're aiming at. And then the second quarter, we have the Five of Swords. This is about picking up what it is that you need to take with you and walking away from the battle. So I think you already probably know what this is. It's just about executing and pulling your energy back. That's why things are slowing down. And it's like joy lives at the edge. Joy lives at the edge of your comfort and what it is that you think is right, you know, because it may not fully translate moment by moment. So that's where I think you already have an idea of what it is that needs to be released, burned down, let go. And the sooner you walk away from that fully, the better off you're going to be. And then the third quarter, we have the Knight of Wands. See, you have all of your energy back, and this is conditional on you actually doing the damn thing. You don't have to do this, right? You don't have to move your energy around. You don't have to change anything if you don't want to. But I'm getting that it's like you have the Ten of Pentacles on the other side of this, so why wouldn't you want to, right? This is all the juicy stuff. This is the good stuff of your desires, everything that you want and need kind of coming into your life. And so as you start packing your things and pulling your energy in from things that are dysfunctional and not working, you have the energy to then make those things happen, like with the King of Wands. It's a necessary condition. You can't run on fumes, right? You can't rebuild if you're not doing things that allow you to put energy into it. So that's what you really have to keep in mind here. And then wrapping up the month, we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so this is the disappointment card. And I think that makes sense. Like this isn't a comfortable time, especially like you might have all of this energy and then it's kind of like, oh, well, where do I put it? What do I do with it now? Especially if you're used to plugging into energetic vacuums, which is a tendency of people who are highly sensitive. There is somewhat of a general cycle of like wanting to give a lot of energy to things that, yeah, I don't know how it's going to manifest for each one of you, but you get the idea. A lot of people are getting robbed of their energy if they're highly sensitive, right? Because that's what the original programming was to do originally. And so now when you have a full tank or when you pull your energy away from something, it might feel a little bit unstable, or it might feel a little bit out of sorts, or it might be going against what your normal mechanics are. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. I don't want you to be scared of that. Lean into it a little bit more, and that's going to be way more helpful than anything else you can do this month. So don't shy away from it. Lean into it. And this is, I want to be clear that I strongly, strongly, strongly expect this to clear up after Mercury goes direct, because you're not the only sign that's been getting kind of like a funky, these are just really funky reads, and I think it has to do with that in particular. Now let's do a 3-card pick, so you're welcome to choose a card that's calling to you. Ask a question if you want. Pick as few or as many cards as you need. Okay, card number 1, we have the Knight of Cups. Be honest with yourself about how you feel. If something isn't right, if something isn't working, you're going to have to be honest with yourself about it. Be honest with others who were involved in the process with you, like a partner or someone might need to get an idea of how you're feeling about certain things. So just be honest with your feelings. Don't expect there to be one right path for you to get to where you want to go. There's many different paths you can take. Card number 2, we have Judgment. So make a decision and stick to it. It's about like the final, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, this is how it's going to be. Definitely not a bad thing to have. It's just like, if you want something, commit to that desire and trust the things that come up and the things that fall away, right? That's the type of stuff that is going to help you get the thing. But if you want the how to unfold in a way that you're wanting and you're fixated on that, then it's going to make it a lot stickier. So trust the information and feedback that you get after you commit to something. And then card number 3, we have the Magician. Focus on manifestation this month and what it is that you're building and creating. We are constantly in a state of manifestation. It's just at our discretion that we do it actively or passively. Obviously, active manifestation is going to be the best because that's where all of the good stuff comes to life, what you're asking for. So the more energy you can spend on that, the better off you're going to be. Don't be afraid to really dig into your desires this month and start pouring energy into that. It's going to be a good time to do that. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I absolutely appreciate you more than you could possibly know. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. You're welcome to click that bubble right there. And I'm creeping up on 50,000 right now, so I'm super excited. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing. That is where you can get more content, more readings, all sorts of good stuff that you get for free, as well as my podcast Sunday messages if you are interested in more of the energetic, intuitive healing, stuff like that. All of that is on my podcast, which is in the description box. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, that is also available in the description box. And another thing that I just launched recently is my meditations, and so those are available for you to get on my website. They are more of a class style, so I teach you energetic tools, and that's more for those of you that are interested in the intuitive development piece, learning how to access your own intuition. That is now available for you as well, loaded with tools. So I hope you guys enjoy those if you check those out. And if you are interested in more of the tarot readings, then make sure you check out my Patreon. I do love and relationship readings, which come out every month, that are big readings like this, but they are sign specific. And I also do weekly sign specific readings, the big circle, oval readings that I do. And those come out every Friday. So there's a whole bunch of different tiers for you to choose from. And until next time, have a beautiful July, everybody. I am sending you so much love and support. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and rising signs if you haven't already. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.